Welcome back to another live stream here on twitch.tv/Xisuma. And if you're watching on the second channel, head over there and hit the follow button. The plugging is real. Never stop with the plugging. Thank you for the bananas in chat. 4Gil, Towbar, Soundwave, Hope. Appreciate it. Lets me know that we're live. And today, some old school Orang to listen to. I was talking to Orang about some of his music, and then just kind of remembered how long it's been since I listened to some of these old school records. So, some classic dungeon synth for our stream today. Look at this place, isn't it gorgeous? By the way, that. Whoa! Whoa. This is amazing. I kind of want to have a bit of a closer look. Just sort of see how it sits in this area, because it looks great from afar. I kind of flew straight into its mouth the other day when I saw it. That is so cool. Hey, we should make that the thumbnail. Right? That's some good thumbnail material right there. Okay, we got a thumbnail. Sweet. So in today's live stream, we're going to work on the respawn room, but before we even start working on that, we are actually going to go dig some cobble and some andesite. That is literally what I need to do. Oh, we got a noise in the ear. It's a dum-dum here, 85 for 23 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. We're starting this Hermitcraft live stream weekend a little bit earlier, just because I'm ready to go. Got nothing else to do. I'm waiting to stream, so here we are. Talbar says, Respawn Room is a really nice project. Thank you. Yeah, the response to it's been great. And I'm just looking forward to hermits dying, funny enough. Sounds a bit grim. But there's truth to that. There's truth. Oh, that's a secret. That's a secret. Let's put that there. Don't ask questions. I want to grab a whole bunch of these. Whole bunch. Probably not that many straight away. I'm going to have to come back and get some more. Anything about... Actually, I do kind of know how many I would need. Yeah, I know exactly how many I need. Okay, that's good. One of the things we need to go grab is a bunch of arrows. Yeah, it looks like... I'm going to just take that box. Excellent. Oh, looks like we're all good. People are saying it's a barge box. You might think it's a barge box, but it might just be something else. Or it could totally be a barge box. Also, I really like pressing the zoom key. Okay. Okay, calm down, X. Calm down. Do I have any beacons in here? I do. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that fantastic? It is superbulous, is what it is. Oh, what's the thing? I've been watching this new series on Netflix. And what's the thing the little girl says? I can't quite remember. It's like... Oh, that's it. It's perfectly splendid. It's perfectly splendid. Yeah, that show being the new Haunting show. Has anyone else been watching it? Like, I learned a while ago that there was a new Haunting series, like, you know, coming out. And I binge-watched a fair bit of it last night. I had to. What's your Halloween skin, says Takoki. No, this is a bee. It's not a Halloween skin. I'm Xisuma, you know, celebrating the bees. Haunting of Bly Manor, that's the one. And the other one was the Haunting of something Hill. Hill House? The Haunting of Hill House. Now that show, the Haunting of Hill House, blew my mind. Never had I seen such a great piece of... I'm going the wrong direction. Never had I seen such a great piece of horror that had such brilliant character development and like parallels. Like a lot of the sort of ghostly apparitions and the scary side of it was kind of parallel to the characters' personal struggles, and they built up this family of characters and tied in the whole ghost story to their own like personal difficulties and struggles. It was so good. It was so well done, and it had many of these like episodes and moments that just like stick in your mind. Yeah, it was just fantastic, basically. And so I'm really looking forward to this sequel. But after I'm on the 4th episode, don't know if anyone else is watching it. I won't give you any spoilers. It feels to me like so far it's 4 episodes of build-up, and by now in the last series, like, the jaw had already hit the floor. So I'm not sure if it's going to, you know, get there in the end. And I really hope it does. It might then, you might look back and go, oh, all of this was quite meaningful. But the character development feels a little bit slow, but they're sort of doing the same thing again. Oh, yeah. Look at this. When do I ever do anything efficiently on a stream, right? There's no portal up here anymore. Maybe I'll just go from Cleo's. Actually, no. We'll go down and use the tunnel that Cub made. Did you watch Friday the 13th? Says Spiritrine. I think I've seen it at one point or another in time. By the way, I'm so far behind on noises in the air. Let's quickly just get them on the screen. Hacken422556 subscribing for 20 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate your support. Official Jaden is here for 6 months. Thank you so much, Jaden. Volcanu3601 for 2 months. Appreciate the support. Oh, is that? Yeah, no, that's been there a while, that one. Like, new tunnels and hubs are being connected. We need to go down further, basically. We got MJR done. See, I said it right this time. I said it right. MJR done is here, gifting subs. How many in total? 10 gifted subs. My goodness me. Thank you so much for supporting our community, dude. We got Dead Patch, Flovons, Sticks and Stones, Piggies, Clowns, BZ Craft, Oriental Symbols, that's what I'm calling you, Dirty Deets, Fluffle Free, D10 Any, Cheers Art for 2 months. Yes, thank you so much for those gifted subs. I appreciate it. Appreciate you supporting our community. We got that Christopher here for 57 months. Oh. There we go. We're out. We're out. Closing in on the big 60. Yes, that is true. I have a question for you today. What is better for you as a content creator? Me watching the commercials or getting YouTube Premium? What is more profitable for you? Says that Christopher. Great question. You know, I recommend YouTube Premium. I have it myself. It's cool not having to watch the ads. Obviously, the ad economy supports creators. But the way the numbers work on the back end, because we get a portion of premium revenue, the way it works on... Oh, I put my bed in a different... I hope I didn't put anything else valuable in there. I put a bunch of valuable stuff in a shulker box and then left it somewhere. Anyway. The way it works is we get a portion of the premium revenue. Now, if you spent, like, all day long watching videos, then eventually the premium would be worth less. But for the average viewer, like, it doesn't even come close. You'll be giving a directly larger proportion to content creators by having YouTube Premium. And what's cool about that, I think, is that that's automatically divided up based on watch time. So it literally goes to the creators based on how much you watch their content. Right, now, we're going to fly somewhere, and I got a feeling this might not be the best way to get there. But we will wait and see, because I'm kind of going from memory, and I'm not sure if I used to leave from Cubs or not. That was kind of my instinct. Actually, I think there was like this other... There was this other portal just somewhere out and about, and then you would fly over this terrain to get to some mountainous terrain, and I'm thinking maybe it wasn't from Cub fans that I got there. The portal might have been in a jungle now that I think about it. And it was on top of a tree, so we might see it if we fly... Hey, there it is. That's the portal. Ah, so we're on the right track. Yeah, this was from when we had portals on the roof of the Nether. It wasn't Cubs I went to, it was someone else's. Now, I think it's literally just somewhere here that I want to go. We're looking for a hole in the ground. It doesn't, you know, it's not very distinct from up above, the old hole in the ground. But it's somewhere along these rocks. Somewhere around here, maybe, maybe not. Let's try a different tactic. feel like I should have spotted it by now. The thing is, we'll dig down and find the area underground. There is an entrance here somewhere. I'm just not spotting it. It might actually be over the next... No, it's definitely on this stony patch. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll grab the noob juice. I hope I haven't actually come to the wrong place. I'm really sure it's just around here somewhere. But I'll grab the noob juice and we'll dig straight down. Okay. There's the noob juice. In you go. Anyway, to conclude what I was saying a minute ago, if you want to support creators and remove ads on YouTube, if you use YouTube Premium, it's definitely beneficial. I think even if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, it's still beneficial. Like, you literally would have to watch videos all day for it to pay out less to creators. So, I recommend it. I use it. It's funny because I switch between devices, and if I cast to another device, then I don't have YouTube Premium unless I log in. And so every now and then I'm just reminded, oh yeah, YouTube has ads. I'm so used to not seeing them anymore, you know. You don't see them anywhere, beginning, end or middle. They're just not there. Quite a few people in chat are saying Xisuma a lot. Xisuma a lottle. Hey, that might be a thing in the future. Right, let's catch up with those noises in the ear. We got Malugel gifting some cheers and bits. Thank you so much. Nakunade Dragon is here for 5 months. Gobcap is here for 7. The Vixen 38 for 20. Helicified here for 6. And we got Pyroburnium gifting subs. 10 of them. My goodness me. 2. Mickey Yads. Blackpool. Zeki Cat. Calamedia. Teo Kiki. Alastrina B. Kezkin. Wazatus. BK Modo. And Smillo Witch. You heard your name being read out now. You've been gifted a sub. By Pyroburnium. Thank you for supporting our community, dude. Appreciate it. I mean, I'm talking about, like, you know, having the noob juice ready. Oh, yes. This is what we should have found. Yes. This is a good sign. Okay. This is the area that I was looking for. Now, I have a beacon here. And it might be that I'm starting to exhaust the beacon range. Anyway, we need to get that beacon down. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something and then just got distracted again. Which is, you know, a very common thing for me to do. Okay, I'm immediately reminded of something very important. We need to ditch the Silk Touch. Silk Touch needs to be gone. Which one are we looking at? Fortune. We gotta be fortunate. Probably gonna need some torches down here. And we got another noise in the ear. I'm turning it into a song. Don't know why I do that so often. Right, let's put these 2 things away. Pull this one out. Gablamo. Got us some torches. Right, now I'm curious. I'm sure you are curious as well. Where was the hole? We searched, we looked, we couldn't find. I feel like we scanned this area pretty well. We kept going back and forth across here. And my eyes never got drawn to this spot, I guess. It is kind of like right at the middle of a bunch of low stuff. So it's kind of like understandable that it's so terrible. I'm so tempted to deliberately die right now. Just so I can use my own respawn room, you know. Oh, that was why I needed to... I knew I needed to get something out of one of those chests, but I couldn't remember. Because I'm talking. And you know, when you're doing a live stream, okay, a couple of seconds elapse between, oh yeah, I need an item for that beacon, and then talking to the stream and you forget. If you're me. If you're me. Now we got haste. Now we got haste. What are you doing, X? Says Toad Masher. Toad Masher, we are gathering cobblestone. Can we get some gathering cobblestone hype in the chat? I know many of you tuned in, hoping to get your hands on some cobblestone. Well, your dreams, your prayers, your hopes and dreams and prayers, again, are answered. Jeez, where was that going, eh? Where was that going? So yes, we're here to get some cobble. Need to fill up a couple of shulker boxes of it, really. And I want to get some andesite as well. I think that's kind of what I've already done in this area. If you notice a bunch of kind of disorganized holes, they were probably once andesite. In fact, I'm thinking it would probably be smarter just to, rather than have like 2 layers, just to kind of get in here like this. Because then all the torches just go down a layer, right? We can leave the lava lakes where they are, that's for sure. Excuse me. Burping. Just had something to eat. I brought myself a box of... What was it? Like, what do they call it? I forget what they call it, but it's like granola, but they call it crisp. And it had raspberries and yogurt in it. And oh, so good. Had myself a bowl of that, a salad, a bit of fruit, a bit of yogurt. Got to make sure we use this pick, by the way, which I have been doing. That's good. But we're going to dig it all the way down to this level, hopefully get some andesite, and then get tons of cobble. And we'll collect the other stuff along the way as well. Might also be a good idea to, perhaps before I dig down too much in this area, is to dig up as well. Collect some stuff from up above. I mean, where are the diamonds most likely going to be at now? Because I've kind of dug it through the diamond layer. That's the only other thing you got to think. You can get some diamonds at the same time. Right, let's check out chat. Ken10S94 here with the Prime. Anonymous has gifted a sub to Saucepan20. Thank you for the gifted sub. We got Kieran W here with the cheers and bits. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. Kieran W is also subscribing. What a champ. Appreciate it there. SCJDG is here for 15 months. Thank you so much for the support. Just found out you like Nails. Xisuma, they are one of my favourite bands, says Bane TV. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Pretty intense band, right? I've listened to a few of their records. Stormboy says, I might be a bit late here, but hear me out. Cobblestone! See, look, people are tuning in and they're hyped. They can't believe it. Look at all that cobble. It's like the good old days where we'd mine for cobble just for the sake of it. Man, there was some times in the history of Minecraft, I tell you. Like, digging out a hole would be a project. there was, like, you know, 2011, 2012 Minecraft, it would be like, on Reddit, it'd be like, look at this hole I dug out, and it'd just be like a giant hole in the ground. And nowadays, like, people were doing all these crazy, mind-blowing builds. The game has evolved. It's evolved to the next level. Just sort of looking out. There, look, andesite up above, right? So we want to tear out some of this stuff. That seems to be all of it, really. So we're at Y11, right? 12, 13. Yeah, if we dig out what's above us, it's only like really 2 layers that might have diamonds. So I think this is probably the better way to spend our time, right? Don't think we have to worry too much about the ceiling. I just need to kind of look up and try and spot some patches of andesite. That's about it. So that's going to be our technique, right? We think through what we're doing, make sure it's nice and efficient. Just going to get our cobble from down here. Hopefully some andesite. Look for some andesite in the ceiling. Maybe get some diamonds as well, you know. I won't say no to some diamonds. If I see them, I'll be like, I'm not saying no. You know? And I see a patch of andesite right there. How's the inventory looking? Oh, wow. Hardly even... Jeez, I thought it might be full up already. We've got a long ways to go, peeps. We've got a long ways to go today. We're not going to be here forever, though. We'll probably spend about an hour here. And then we'll go and work on the respawn room. I got some cool ideas for that. And I wanted to do some redstone-y stuff, like, on camera again. It's kind of fun to do redstone on camera. Where I've played some more technical games recently, I've realised that if I just slow my thinking down a little bit, I can do technical stuff on camera. Dude, wait. Inventory desync again. I swear, inventory desyncs happen to me way too much in this game. Way too much. That was a big one. You don't see those too often. But quite often do I see things that I put into a chest sort of just reappear in my inventory, or vice versa. It's annoying. It is annoying. There we go. Okay, let's continue. I want to silk touch that one. Bam! It's a rarity right there. You know? I can't remember why I wanted so many of those. I wanted them earlier in the season. I don't know what for, now that I think about it. Like, why did I want those? Specifically the ore. I'm trying to think back to what I was doing, but it's not really coming to me. Okay, be lucky? I thought it was be fortunate. Be silky, be lucky. I think I used be fortunate on my axe. Confusing. Confusing. Wandering Trader. Ah, yes. It probably was the Wandering Trader. Yo lot. Yo lot. That sounds weird. You are all very keen at remembering things. Well done, chat. Alright. Noises in the air. Devokratus is here. Gifting subs to Lano, Kingen, Sleeping Griffin, Draylor09, Tilaz, and Wally Rush. Thank you so much for gifting subs and supporting the community. It is appreciated. We also got Kieran W here, gifting subs to Tribunk Upsick. Kieran, thank you as well for gifting the sub. Appreciate it. It's wonderful to see. We got Ian7 here with the cheers and the bits saying, sausage invite for mid-season. Get Hermitcraft a notch. You know, we've talked a lot about inviting sausage, but we decided we'd invite eggs instead. You heard it here first, peeps. No sausage, but eggs will be invited to Hermitcraft, peeps. Thank you for the cheers and bits, dude. Appreciate it. We got Zachary20 here with the Prime. Thank you, Zachary, for the subscription. I like that name, Zachary. It's a cool name. And I hear the squidgy sounds of slimes. Where art thou, slime? Don't be squishing onto my head now. Okay, is this a desynced inventory? No, this inventory is good. There you are. Actually, do you know what? I think when I was down here going for the emeralds, I also didn't have a slime farm yet. I remember hunting lots of these. I probably should have left it alone. This is a distraction. Look at me getting all distracted, eh? How y'all liking the music today? It's a little bit esoteric. It's a little bit on the spooky side, which is stuff I love. But, man, just any music that's my jam, I can just kind of get along with when I'm playing the game. But Orang, I love. Peeps are enjoying it. Awesome. If you are, go check out Orang. You can search Orang Bandcamp and find, like, he's got, like, what, 14 albums? Tons of cool music right there. Especially if you like something with a bit more of an atmospheric, spooky edge. Okay. Peeps are saying Halloween music. Yeah, yeah. It's got that kind of vibe. Right, I was thinking I need to pick up something. A shovel. Look at that dirt. It was definitely a shovel. X, do you have Spotify or similar place to share playlist / recommendations? Vactro, I got a music blog. That's the place to get some recommendations, dude. Like, there's over 1,000 things I've written about on there. And then you can browse by what you like and find similar stuff, or click on something totally different, like avant-garde. You know, you'll find some interesting tunes in there. Do you use Spotify, says Taubar? I do not. I'm old school, I use MP3s. And do you know what, like, did I just get a silverfish head? That's awesome. That is awesome. There's one thing I don't like about streaming music, is that you don't really have a way to, like, plug in your archive. Like, one thing I love about my collection is that it's curated, right? Whereas you seem to go on Spotify and the algorithm's doing all the curation. It's just choosing random stuff for you to listen to. Whereas, you know, like, I like to put my phone on shuffle, and it's got, like, my favourite MP3s, basically, right? Whereas if I go start using Spotify, what am I going to do? Like, spend hours and hours adding all of my favourite songs to it? Like, it's like I've already got it. Make a big playlist, says R11. I don't think you understand. I got like over 100,000 MP3s. And like I have a very large curated cut of that as well. That's like 100 gigs. That's probably about a tenth. So it's probably like 10,000 MP3s on my phone. So it's like, you know, yeah, make a playlist. Okay, I'll come back in a year and it'll be done. Like, it's just not manageable. Like, I listen to so much music. I couldn't just sit down and make a playlist. It'd just be impossible for me to list out all the music, like, artists and albums I love. My playlists are like 20 songs, says Damn Pakistan. 20 songs, wow. I couldn't live with 20 songs. And most of it is not available on Spotify, says Easy Play. That is a good point. Streaming services will limit the scope of what you can get. I know they're actually pretty good at covering a lot of artists, but man, I got loads of like niche, underground kind of music as well. I've got stuff that's so obscure it's like lost. You can't even find it on the internet. I've got music that I've put into that Pandora thing where you like play it and it tells you the name of the song and it don't know what it is. Because I've been, you know, trading and collecting MP3s for a long time, and it started like way back when with Napster, and then there were these websites back then where like the technology was different, right? So people were trying to figure out how to share music, right? And a lot of these websites popped up that were like scene websites, right? There'd be about a particular type of music in a particular type of music scene, and artists that were in that scene that weren't signed would come on and like put up loads of their songs for you to download. And I used to like browse those and find so many interesting stuff, especially like around the industrial electro scene. I was really into that in like the in the noughties. And so I've got all of these artists that like put their stuff up and then it never went anywhere and they moved on and then it got lost to time. It was before like everything was being collected, I guess. And so there's stuff like that in there as well. There's like local bands. You know, you would go live and watch bands and buy their CDs, and some of those are like were never got uploaded to the internet. There's just so much stuff on there that you can't just continue on. Like remixes as well. Used to collect remixes of stuff. Oh, inventory's full. Did you listen to Korn's cover Devil Went Down to Georgia? I did. It was pretty like, okay, and then just moved on kind of thing. Like, not particularly remarkable. I mean, it might be a good cover, but I just listened to it the once and it didn't particularly stoke my attention very much. Any cloud storage device can be used as a music library, says Hex and Nico. Yeah, that's true, but like Spotify wouldn't be like. So if I move to a streaming service, that's not cloud storage. Like that's streaming. You're streaming it. You're still air quotes downloading, but every time you listen to the song, it's streamed to you. But the problem with it is just that, yeah, there's this massive like archive of music, but how do you get all the stuff you love into it? Because it's so much. It's like we're talking like an insane amount of records and artists. Like probably like a 1,000 unique artists and 10,000 records or something to get to it, and then it's not going to have all of it, so who knows? Ow! I used the wrong pick. We'll do that, and then continue. We have noises in the ear. We got Waylander 101. For 5 months, saying Halloween music is Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. I've heard that song a long time ago. I'm going to put that on my notes post-stream. I'll listen to that again. Sure, I've heard that song. We've got Silver Lycan Studios here with Cheers and Bits saying, hey, Xisuma, do you ever think you'll do a guitar stream again? I've also absolutely fallen in love with the Ibanez SR870Z and the 1958 Explorer, as I've been listening to your covers a lot recently, and I have links to a fairly guitarist in my family. Dude, thank you for the cheers and bits. I played the guitar the other day, man. I love it, but because there's no like objective with it, it's just difficult for me to sustain the amount of time I put into that. You hear me talk about it all the time, right? I'm Mr. Productive, got to be creating and sharing, and guitar just isn't a part of that right now. But I absolutely love playing. It's so much fun. I can still do it. It's still got the muscle memory. Can still like play and sing at the same time. It's just not as sharp as it once was. As for the SR870Z, I believe that is my 6-string blue, electric blue Ibanez, right? That guitar is seriously sick. I actually dreamed about playing it last night, funny enough, and I was playing that with a friend. Like it was me and my friend, and then there was someone who was a drummer, and they were playing the drums, and this was like somewhere I used to live, and it was weird because I don't know who they were, but then I was like, oh, look, this dude's playing drums, let's get the guitars and jam. And all the strings were tuned like they'd been swapped. They were the wrong way around. So all the low strings were at the bottom and all the high strings were at the top. And I was like, what's going on? Like, who did this? But anyway. But yeah, that is a really nice guitar. It's just got a really kind of lean feel to it. And you can really chug on it, and you can like kind of solo. For the price range, it's like a really sharp guitar. It's really good. And if you pair that with the same pedal that I use, the Precision Drive, you get a really nice crunchy tone out of it. Precision Drive is absolutely awesome. One of the, just such a great. I can't really say like one of the best or like definitely get this pedal because I haven't used a lot, but you know I did a bit of research and it just sounded like the pedal that I wanted to use, and it felt like that when I got it. Right kind of tone. Also, the Explorer guitar shape is just absolutely sweet. I love Explorers. I was actually going to... I was trying to get my hands on a white Explorer. Like the classic one from, like you said, 1958, that kind of era. I think they did some like reissue ones in like the 70s and 80s. I think actually when Hetfield was using it a lot, they redid a model in the 80s. And it wasn't by the original creators. But anyway, they were like these white Explorers, and I was pretty keen on getting my hands on one of those, and I might have done had I not stopped playing, you know. Oh, and as for doing a guitar stream, nah, that's not really on the cards for me right now. I always say it, right? I always say like I'll go back to the music one day. You know, I'm doing YouTube, it's successful, I love it, I'm having a great time, I want to keep doing it. Let's say it all falls apart. People stop watching the Minecraft. They're not interested. You know, I can't really sustain it. I'm going to go back to doing music. So maybe, yeah, maybe when I'm doing music again, it'll just make sense for me to go, oh, I can live stream this. You know, there'll still be some people out there who want to come watch. You know, I don't know when that is. Might be next year, might be 10 years from now. If I have a 20-year anniversary on YouTube, I am probably going to have to go, wait a minute, this is taking up too much time now. You know, I'm going to be like, wait, I've got to make some music, got to make the records. Might die. Will die eventually, you know. But anyway, my point being that that one day I'll get back to it, or I know I will. It's what I've wanted to do for so long. It's just that this is happening right now. This is the time, you know. I am also a bit flabbergasted that I've been saying that for the last 5 years. So who knows? Who knows where it all goes, right? We got noises in the air. We got Lewis Booty here for 2 months. Wooden Rails is here for 6. Gaff the Dragon's here for 28. J4500 is here for 3 months. And the Villager King Gamer is here with a Prime. And Go H Richie is here subscribing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's a colossal failure. Oh, it's the worst. I'm pressing that. No, I'm not pressing the dirt button. That's not the dirt button. I've double derped. Where's the dirt button? There it is. I'm pressing that dirt button. I got a cup of tea here, and it's stone cold, isn't it? It's not that cold. Oh man, it's past its prime. It's definitely well past it. I'm not going to drink it. I'm just going to have water and make myself well and properly enjoy it later. Oh, that is a colossal failure. We have R.I.P.T. 2020 to 2020. This year's been bad enough, but now my tea's gone cold. Oh. Corey Mags is here for the nation saying, have you reviewed the new Phoebe Bridges or Tachi Almore albums yet for your site? Well, you know the answer to that. I don't have any plans to, though. No, I don't actually know either of those. But thank you for the donation, dude. Appreciate it. Those were just some mouth noises right there. Some mouth noises. High Lord Snuffles is here with the Prime, and Crobo360 is here with the Prime as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Question next. I never see Tinfoil Chef in other videos. What is his relationship role on the server actually? This is Real Donuts. TFC's been on, just not as much lately. He hasn't been to meetings. I've tried reaching out to him a couple of times and he hasn't replied. So I don't know like where he's at, but given all he's been through, you know, not gonna you know, pester him if he needs a little bit of you know, just time to do what he's doing, because he's been through a lot. And you know, he dealt with it remarkably well. His attitude was quite commendable. But since all of that's excuse me, bit of burp in here. Since all of that's happened, I've barely spoken to him, unfortunately. Oh, he uploaded recently. Oh, I must have missed that in my subscriptions. Hello everyone, derpy announcement lol, says Victor. My announcement video is the result of just not thinking ahead. Like, a lot of what I do throughout the day, I visualize the next thing. So, so what I do is I think about what's next. Like, I get up, alright, you know, got to stretch, do some yoga, then go for a walk, and then what is it? Oh, I've got to record, I've got to lift weights, whatever it is. I visualize, then I do. And sometimes it's a bit more autopilot. It's like, oh, what's next? Yeah, announcement video, right. And then I'll go and hit record, because I haven't visualized what I'm doing and saying and thinking it through. Oh yeah, it's stream day, don't forget to mention that this thing happened and that thing happened. I just do. And when I do, I go into autopilot and I go, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. And then I was like, that's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. You know? That is not what I'm here to do. Okay. Oh, I don't have any stone. I'll just pick up there then. Keep the floor flat at least. Come on. Did you just throw the diamonds into the lava, says Soul Taker. No, why would I do that? I didn't do that. What are you watching? Anyway, Dr. Profetti is here for 4 months. Thank you so much for the support, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Dog Queen, thank you for the nice message. Did you know it's been over 9 years since Mojang last added a new dimension to Minecraft, says Harrow. Yeah, hasn't it been like 7 or 8 years since they last added Emerald Ore as well? Like, there are some things that they don't add a lot of in this game. I really think this game could just benefit from more dimensions. There's one thing they've held off from doing that I think might in a ways be a little bit of a mistake. If you look at the Nether and the End, they've overhauled the Nether and it is more playable now in a challenge sort of environment, right? And if you want to build a base in the Nether, it's still kind of like how you'd always have done it, right? So the overhaul of the Nether was great, no complaints. But nothing's competing with like playing in the overworld. The overworld tends to always be the place to settle down and play. Now, what would be the harm in adding another dimension like that where you could also settle and play? It could end up spreading out players on a server a lot more, but, you know, if they're going to add another dimension, it's most likely going to end up being more like the End, right? A bit barren, because it's quite costly to develop a lot of stuff, you know, to make a place feel fleshed out. So if we take the overworld as the most fleshed out place, just break down all the biomes, all the different things that go into making it a good experience. It's a lot to add in one update for a new dimension, right? But what's the harm in adding more dimensions like the End and whatnot? It's just, it would just be a cool way to bring in more places to explore, and, you know, places for unique events to take place, like the dragon fight. They could add in other unique dimensions for unique boss fights. I really think it's strange that it's kind of like been a bit of a no-go for them. They have, however, put in a lot of things in place for the community to add dimensions, right? Now, some of that technology may be laying the groundwork for them to do it in a future update. Maybe that's kind of like, hey, we're not going to like add a dimension now, but we're going to in the future, and maybe what we'll do is we'll make the whole process of adding a dimension less painful, you know, and make it customizable and open to the audience. Maybe that's why they've set all this stuff up. I don't know, just thinking, you know. But it would be cool if that were the reason why. Xisuma, do you have a master's degree in Derpish? Probably. Probably. And it's the only master's degree where you don't actually know if you got it or not. You know, you don't have to attend anywhere to get it. You just might end up with it. Why are you digging so much at the moment? This is not the respawn room, right? This is Leonidro. It is not the respawn room. We're going to work on that later on. And I'm digging because I need cobble. And I dug a massive hole the other day, and I didn't think to use this and get some cobblestone. And I really could have done with doing that. Because this space is just, you know, useless to no one. Useless to no one? It's not useful to someone. And it's useless to everyone. I don't know what I just said. It sounded wrong. It definitely sounded wrong. We've got a noise in the ear here from Vindicator. Probably butchered your name. It's a donation saying, talking about adding a dimension, they should add something like the Aether mod that was one of my favourite mods back in the day. Also, what are your thoughts on the new AC/DC song? I haven't heard the song, but I've got the album release date on my calendar. Gonna buy that when it drops and give it a listen. See what the old AC/DC are up to. Thank you for the donation, I appreciate it. The guy who made that mod, the Aether mod, now works for Minecraft. They are part of the team. But there's this, I think there's this stance with copyright around the game. I'm really unclear on this, right? But I think if someone makes a mod, Mojang then can't really use that. without, like, legislation and, you know, legality issues around it, basically. Because it's someone else's creative work. And it's something the community always says, oh, add this mod to the game. And there's also, like, technical limitations as well. Like Optifine, for example. There's a whole bunch of legal and technical reasons why they can't just add it to Minecraft. It's just not how things work in reality, unfortunately. Ah, we've got a big old pot of lava over here, I see. So yeah, the person who made that mod, like, works at Mojang, but I don't think that means they can just add it. But hey, someone out there might know more about what I'm talking about than me. Do you collect physical music formats, says the Thinky. I did. I collected CDs. I got a massive collection of CDs, right? Like, stupid amount. And you know, I've been going for, like, minimalism in my house. And initially I was like, oh, I want to expand the record collection. But I didn't, like, dive headfirst and just buying loads of records. So I kind of waited a bit, and then I just kind of felt like, actually, I don't even use the CDs anymore, because I used to go cook and put a CD on the record player, right? You know, the music machine, whatever you call it. And so I felt like I was still using the CDs, but when I moved in here, I didn't need a CD player. I had a Bluetooth speaker for my phone, and by this point the quality of audio had gotten good enough that a portable speaker was kind of the same as like a hi-fi or whatever they're called, right? And so then I realized, well, this is like, it's costly to buy CDs unless you buy ones from the 90s, especially like 90s hip-hop. Like, every record is like £3 or £4. You can get classics, loads and loads of classics real cheap from the 90s era. But anyway, unless... Oh, I love this song. This song's fantastic. This is why I put on this record, to hear this song again. It's a lot like that 25-minute ambient song that Burzum did. Very similar kind of feel, but really great. Anyway, wrong pick in capital letters. The OP Warrior. This is the correct pick. I'm not mining for stone. I'm mining for cobblestone. Peeps. Yeah, so I kind of just hit this point where I was like, I don't want to keep collecting records because I'm not going to use them, and it's very material. And obviously that means resources being used from our planet. And I'm conscious of that stuff. And so I decided to stop, and I also took down my my whole collection from view as well, because I'm going for this like minimalism type thing, right? Keep everything clean and tidy all the time. There's no like, decorations and clutter. I really like it, actually. And they're all just out of sight in a cupboard now. And there's also like this like completist element where it's like, oh, I love this artist and I've got those 6 records, but I'm missing these ones. And then I'm like, well, there goes 100 quid. So like, is that really worth it to just put it in out of sight? So I don't collect them anymore. Just waste of money, waste of resources now. I mean, I did love it, having them sort of all on display and perusing and browsing, but these things have been replaced. You can peruse and browse online, and you can look at the images. It's not quite the same as reading through a booklet, but technology and what you immerse yourself in is difficult today. When I was a teenager, like getting my hands on my first records and stuff, it was like, not only did you listen to the record, you'd like sit there and read all the notes and look at all the pages in the booklet, and that kind of stuff just isn't done anymore. It like gets less exciting with time, I guess. And then you feel like you don't have the time for it. I'm just listening to music while I'm cooking or something. So those things become, I guess, less valuable, and therefore buying CDs just felt really redundant. What are quids? Oh, a quid is a pound, mate. It's sterling, you know. Probably just being more cryptic now, aren't I? Alright, in you go, and then on to the next one. We're pretty good here. I think that is almost enough for my needs. I do probably need a bit more, so said we'd do an hour of this so we can chew out a chunk more space. Let's go between where the lava is. So we'll dig down here. Oh, apparently the lava comes over there. Great. Oh man, this song is so good. So simple and soothing. I also feel like we didn't particularly get a lot of andesite. Digging all this out today. But that's okay. I think when I dug the surface I'd like nip down and take any andesite anyway, so it's probably mostly gone. Alright, we got noises in the ear from Amia McKay with the Prime. Relos is here for 23 months and Abby Nicole has subscribed. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Zrekanov says that this song is like human music. Interesting words there. I find this particular style, and I'll refer to that Burzum song again, to be really kind of spiritual in a strange way. Like, spiritual is such a strange word. If you've listened to me waffle on about stuff a lot, and you've been at a lot of live streams, you know that I like love science, and I'm not into like kind of spooky esoteric takes on reality. But at the same time, like emotionally, spirituality I think is definitely something for me. It just might not be someone else's definition of it. So I find like spirituality in science and learning, you know, the laws of physics, and I just find that stuff so fascinating how they're there, just in a way like the hand that manipulates reality and everything that we know. Oh, I'm using the wrong pick again. That stuff to me is kind of spiritual. But then like a song like this and like that Burzum song, it's just, to me it's so nature. It's got like this cold Mother Nature feel right tied in the middle of it, that I absolutely love. And when I say like cold, what I mean is it's like, it's not like, oh, the birds and the bees and look at everything so pretty. It's like nature can be cruel as well. Like imagine wandering out in the woods today, and this woods is so vast and expanse that you're never going to see civilization or another person again. And then think about what survival is all of a sudden. All of a sudden the rain just becomes like a really big problem. And getting food all of a sudden, like how do I hunt? And like life and death and survival is just so much more real and there. And I feel like a song like this like kind of captures it in a way. This is like, you know, a beautiful day with the sun shining down on the forest, but it might all be beautiful, but it can all be very deadly as well. Oh, there's all lava everywhere here. How do you spell the artist you keep mentioning? Burzum or something. B-U-R-Z-U-M. Disclaimer alert, the guy has some abhorrent views on the world. That I'm not a fan of, and mostly pretty much disagree with him on. But you know, I discovered his music when I was young, before I like learned about his worldviews and stuff, and I just found his music to be absolutely riveting, and just unlike anything else really. And at some point I'm going to do, like with my music blog, I'm going to do like a run through of all the records, get into them again. I haven't done that in a long time. Like I go and listen to some songs on occasion, but like black metal isn't so much something I listen to frequently anymore, just because it's so dark and nihilistic, and I feel like I kind of like don't need that energy as much anymore. Yeah, so I tend to not listen to a lot of it, but I'm really looking forward to going through those records one day. I think I'll probably do it like next year or towards the end of this year. I've got like a Baffery to wrap up and a few other things on my playlist that I'm trying to keep on top of. And then I'll get to a point where it's like, right, I get to pick a couple of things to do. And another one will be the Cockatoo Twins. Or the Cockatoo. That's how they say it, actually, the Cockatoo Twins. Gonna go start to end on their discography as well. Relos is here for 23... Oh no, I did read that one out. Okay, Firefox Panda 4 is here for 10 months. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the support. Mike Frank says it's so satisfying mining cobble. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Do you listen to power metal, says Ender Dan? I listen to more power metal than ever, I can say, because I resisted power metal for such a long time, whereas now it's still not something that really like gets me in any way, but I'm far more open-minded. So what was it that came on the other day? I think it was I keep wanting to say Manowar. It wasn't Manowar, it was Blind Guardian. This Blind Guardian song came on, and I just kind of knew it was them straight away, because I brought a few records and sort of put them on shuffle. Hopefully one day it'll click. Didn't really click with me, but I could certainly appreciate it more. You know, like I have this philosophy now of like, whatever you're gonna do, like enjoy a song, eat a meal, go somewhere with people, like you create expectations of what's going to happen, and then that can often lead to like disappointment and bad mood because you thought something was going to happen. Like happened to me a couple of times recently. We're making plans with friends, then my friends are ill, and you know, I got this thing in my head of like, okay, that's not going to like put me in a bad mood or upset me, because expectations and disappointment. I thought we were doing this, and then it can leave you with this like hollow feeling after. You're like, oh, what am I going to do now, right? You know, when plans fall through or whatever, for example. Can be the same with like a new record that you're going to listen to, or a movie that you want to watch. And I just try and throw those expectations out as much as I can, because like you can still enjoy stuff if it wasn't what you thought you were going to be doing, or if this thing wasn't as good as you thought it would be. It's just like this idea in your head. Jeez, how do we jump over to that? I was going to relate it to what I was talking about. What were we talking about when I just jumped over that? Oh yeah, power metal. So now like when a power metal song comes on, I'm not going to be like, oh, this isn't what I like. I don't like the way he sings, and oh, these melodies aren't my kind of melodies, right? Like, you know, one day you'll be dead. Just listen to the song. Like, what is it about? Forget what you want, and then maybe you'll hear something that, oh, actually, oh, they're doing that. Oh, right, okay, it's about this, is it? That kind of attitude has helped me get into like so many artists over the years now that I once would have never bothered with, and it's helped me like expand my horizons and enjoy more music. Power metal is still kind of like on the fringes and not really pulling me in, but there has been a few records here and there, like Sabaton's most recent record is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely love that record, and that's undoubtedly power metal. Maybe not quite classic power metal, but you know, I'll keep an open mind and keep an open ear, and on occasion I'll hear those songs, and you know, maybe if they become a bit more frequent and I hear them more often, it'll start to click. There you go, there's the noise letting me know that my pick's running out. That's terrific. Right, got a whole bunch of andesite from that, and there's more around here as well. Kind of feels like quite a bit more, actually. Alright, we got Veggie Lover here for 11 months saying, what is the song that you hated at first but now love? You know I'm bad at answering these sorts of questions, right? Okay, I can think of some examples that aren't songs, but maybe a song will come to me at some point. So if I think of an artist, Marilyn Manson, right? When I was growing up, all my friends loved Marilyn Manson, right? It's like the best thing ever was Marilyn Manson. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but everyone loved Manson, thought he was awesome, and I didn't, right? I totally thought that it was all kind of a bit pretentious, and I just didn't like his showmanship, and yeah, I had this idea that it wasn't for me. And then, oh, like 5 or 6 years ago now, probably, I had my music blog, right? And thanks to having that and like solidifying this idea of exploring music, it always made it easier for me to like jump over to something that had a knee-jerk reaction to. And I was watching a documentary about him, it just made me curious. Is that maybe it was a little bit of nostalgia for those times? Oh, is that actually all of my fortune pick gone? Oh no, I got no. Wait, that's it. That's all I got. Right, so we'll pack up and leave then. So I was watching a documentary about him, and it was about the Manson family as well. Or maybe I watched a documentary about the Manson family, and then that led me to Marilyn Manson, something like that. I was going down a YouTube rabbit hole of like artists. There was some other ones as well that I watched documentaries about. And when I watched the one about Manson, obviously they're going to like interject his music in between. And I wasn't thinking about it, and I was just actually enjoying the whole thing. And then after I was like, oh, I'm totally wrong about this guy. Like, this guy's incredibly smart and intelligent, and I like everything he has to say. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to his album. And I got Antichrist Superstar, and I went, oh my god, I'm an absolute tool. I've had the wrong idea about this guy forever. And now I've got to enjoy not only his old records. I haven't listened to his middle records, which are supposed to not be that good. He's got like 3 legs in his career. He's got the first classic. Well, actually, there's kind of like a pre-Antichrist Superstar era, but from there, Mechanical Animals, up to the what's it called? The Grotesque Something or Other. That's what I call that record. The Grotesque Something or Other. All right, someone get that to Manson. That's the name of his next record. The Grotesque Something or Other. Oh, that'll. Wait, what happens if I go through here now? So anyway, I skipped some of his middle records, basically, is the point, which were not as well received. How does one get the fire resistance potion here? Or is there none? I believe... Oh. Now I'm scared, because... Hey, Stridesumas. Don't know where that goes, but I don't want to wander off the edge. So I missed out on his like middle set of records, and then, you know, now being a fan, bam, there we go, that's what I'm after. I've caught his latest string of records, the Pale Emperor onwards, and absolutely loved them. And now I've seen him live a bunch of times. I mean, I saw him live sort of way back in the day at Download Festival, standing at the back of the hill, like mocking his performance with my friends. But that's not properly seeing someone live, is it? Anti-people, now you've gone so far, says Grimbrawn. That's one of the lyrics from one of the tracks. Yeah. Did you listen to a lot of Van Halen this week? I did not. I never been much of a Van Halen fan. Eruption's pretty cool, but I've never like gotten into any of it. However, there was a song that came on at Shuffle, because I've got a Van Halen record on there. That's what I like to do. I like to get like lots of stuff, put it on Shuffle and get sucked in. And this wasn't, you know, this was like a week and a half ago or something. And a Van Halen song came on. I was listening to this song and I was like, what is this? This is so interesting. It was kind of like, oh, it's a little bit of that artist, a little bit of this one. It's sort of metal, but like, who is this? And then I listened to the whole song. I always do that, because if I look too soon, it feels like the notion of that idea then changes the way you listen to the music. So I'm like, listen to the whole song, then I went and checked, and I was like, oh, Van Halen, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, Marilyn Manson is in Sons of Arcany. Interesting. Henry Rollins is in that. Because he was in it, I went and checked it out, and I didn't really like it. I didn't like Sons of Arcany very much. Let's go put away our beacon. Since we're going to be in the area for a little bit, we shall come over here. Put all of these things down, I guess. Right, now I need about 6 shulker boxes, yep, and then we got the arrows. Cool. Cool, that's great. That's Davy is here with the Prime, and X Nalafs is here for 7 months. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Yeah, so, okay, so we did an artist that I hated at first but now love. And then let's do some records, right? So Metallica's Load and Reload. I think I got my hands on Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, and I went to the record shop. We had this like old school record shop, right? Do they even exist anymore? But you go in and browse, and this wasn't like a big chain either. It was like a local one. Forget the name of it, but they actually had like quite a lot of stuff. I look back on it and realise, like, stuff that I discovered at the time, but also later on. Like, they had a lot of really like good metal and hip hop in there. But anyway, you know, I love me some Metallica. I want to get more, so I go to this record store, and what do I see? Load and Reload. Oh, there are two of them. They're a pair. Wow, this is going to be exciting. That's the one that I want. And I got them, and then I got home, and they were just not thrash metal, and I went, ugh. And ever since, just, you know, kind of like rejected those albums. And then I was listening to a podcast with a couple of chaps who absolutely loved the records, and they were like, these were the best things ever. Zedaf, you didn't drop off the other bits and bobs. Actually, you might have put them into the chest. Let's go check the chests over here, right? Oh, not the food. Keep the food. The rockets are back. Oh, we've lost 2 lots of ender pearls. Interesting. What about this? Oh. Yeah, they're all back. Excellent, excellent. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine then. Yeah, I figured items like this are going to end up going, but they're kind of easy to replenish, so it's not an issue. But this stuff is kind of crucial. So, this is what I have to do. I have to come around here and, like, manually reset everything. I think it might make sense if I can perhaps access the top. If we look, you can't ever see above that block. So if I can just do this from up top, that makes more sense. We're probably going to end up making like a secret entrance over here, right? And then I'm going to need like a proper way to get up top. For now, that is going to literally just be this. Me making my own little staircase to this area. I believe that we are being raided. Welcome all the raid. Oh god, no! What? No, with the redstone! No! No! Ah! Oh good god! It's a disaster. Oh, maybe I won't have a balcony then. Oh, stupid ocean. Stupid ocean. Now these people coming in from the raid, they're like, who did you raid, Pixel? Who is this buffoon that you have just raided? Oh. Oh. X-Shaggy, thank you ever so much for the 9 months of support. Paul Tiggerist, thank you for your 2 months. Very much appreciated. Right, so that can happen again and again when we go up to this top area. I think I would be smart to maybe just make a ladder somewhere. What do I have in these toolboxes? Any ladders? No ladders. That's just disorganized, that is. Thank you for the raid, Pixel. Appreciate it, dude. I saw you were in the nether again. Jeez, I don't know how you're still there. I would have given up. I told you that already. I would have given up. Doing the old ancient debris mining. How dare the ocean have water, says Terry the Post. How dare it have water, eh? How dare it. Oh, I can actually hop up here. So maybe I'll just use that for now. So this area, like, I kind of now very conscious of removing blocks at this level. If I can get up here. Which block? Oh, it's the dispenser that's up there, right. Well, that can still move. Ooh. I don't know why I made that. That sound. Ooh. Okay, what we could do is put that there. No, wait, sorry. This is for the arrows. This is crucial right here. This is not an option to move it, really. Okay, well, scrap that idea, basically. I forgot that that was there and that that was important. I was thinking we could use it to deploy ye old... I thought you might do that. To deploy ye old armor stand downwards, right? So, I guess when we restock, we're just doing it the boring way, which is breaking the glass, placing that, having it spin around to face us. I don't know. That feels like a thing that started happening recently. And then we chuck all of this on, and then we put the glass back. Simples, right? Simples. I mean, maybe the glass isn't even necessary. Actually, it is necessary because the armor needs to land on the hopper. Right, anyway, that can be accessed again, so that's fine. Let's fill this in. We're not going to go up there now. Okay, so in this back area, we're going to need our redstone. I believe it was just a repeater to extend the signal, so it can probably go anywhere. Now, the fact that I've still got 2 more dust is slightly alarming. Where did those 2 extra bits of dust come from? Oh, and also that. Buttons were removed. I know where the buttons go. They go there, but where did that... Oh! We don't have redstone there. That's... How did it get it? How did it do that? Was that then broken? I don't know what's going on there, because we fished one out, and then we found out that the redstone was broken, and then there were 2 more in there. Oh, I know where this came from. Right. Oh, but now we're 1 short. Wait, so that means that this was never there, and that the filter wasn't working properly. Funny business. Funny business. It was never working properly, peeps. Wasn't even working properly. Chicken, thank you ever so much for your 6 months of support. Appreciate it. Also, we got 4,400 peeps tuned in today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button over here on Twitch. Especially if you're enjoying the stream. If you're not enjoying it, well, just hit it anyway. Jeez. Goodness me. This is a Hermitcraft live stream day, I should also announce. So that means that after me, Mr. XB Crafted is streaming. After him, it'll be someone else. It'll be a whole day of Hermit streaming, just like yesterday. Okay, so what we're going to do next is actually hook up all of this redstone one way. Now, what I mean when I say one way is that we don't want it to back power. And what I mean when I say we don't want it to back power is that we don't want the redstone signal from one side coming and powering the redstone signals on the other side. And what I mean when I say that we don't want... No, okay, I'm going to stop that, jeez. Right, I need an ender chest. Let's go... Oh, I had one! Jeez. It was in my hotbar. Right. So we're going to create an additional signal that comes from any one of our 6 ones that the player creates when they press the redstone button out the front. So the repeater makes it one way, meaning that the next line of redstone doesn't power back in to the redstone over here, because we're going to connect them all together now. Just like this. We will have to kind of go around this bit, which is not a hassle. And then we're going to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I could sort of pull off a signal on either side from around there and then send it downwards. I might do that with the form of a piston, but I'm not entirely sure what comes next. But as a reminder, we're now sending a signal downwards from around here. Okay, that signal is going to deposit a shulker box into one of these things, right? Hoppers. Into the hoppers. We only got 4. We're going to need to make some more hoppers, peeps. Did you build all this, says Furin? Yeah, I've been building it in my recent episodes. This turned out great, by the way. I actually spent a ton of time messing around with different colour schemes. I was originally going to have stripped crimson wood in the ceiling, but it never felt right. It's just something about the colour there. Didn't quite come together well. Like, I feel like the red was something you would have lower in the build. And anyway, I swapped around loads of different materials with this shape and could never quite get something I 100% liked. Oakley dokily then, let's grab some iron and make us some hibbity hoobity hoppers. And then put all the things back. You forgot to replace the arrows in the dispenser you removed, says Hagman. Did I forget, or did I just not put them back? For a reason. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. It's because I got some other arrows to put in there. Okay, so, kind of feels like, honestly, the best place is to come from far away, because we've got all these redstone elements that could mess with this. Like, it's a lot of stuff in one place, and it's because I kind of haven't... I sort of put in the redstone after I put in the interface, and that means everything has to come back and behind. So everything's got to sort of be alongside itself. So if I have... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go in here. Right, this can be pushed down but not up, so we don't worry about the redstone block being close by. Now... there is some sort of quasi-redstone here, but I don't think it affects hoppers. And it's only powered for a moment. So I think what we're looking at is actually... I don't think we even need that piston, really. I'm going to go here. No. Yeah, okay. Right, the idea I got in my head can work. We need a dropper. And then we need another chest. Could use a hopper, but I'll use a chest. Strawberry Liz says, it always amazes me when people do redstone, even when they say it's not complicated, because I can literally do as much redstone as Mumbo Jumbo would be able to do if he deleted Minecraft. Well, that's the thing. When you don't know how to do it, it can look a lot, like, more harder than it really is. No, I need that. What I'm looking for is some jungle wood. And there's lots of it in here. I use jungle wood because I've got a massive supply of it. Actually, I only need one chest for now. Let's go plop that in. Go plop it in. We got a noise in the air. It's Surprise T here for 33 months saying, what's your thoughts on a bundle from 1.17? I think it solves nothing. You need more total space for building blocks and a way to access them, not hoarding junk you usually throw away. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not really getting at the heart of the problem. It's sort of an early game, maybe a bit of a convenience, but yeah, it's just hey, all your junk goes in here now. It doesn't really get at the heart of the problem. I'd agree with that for sure. I mean, I feel like we came up with a really great solution with the Shulker Box Enchantments, and in fact that mod is supposed to go through another iteration that I think is even more invitable for the vanilla game, but yeah, who knows if Mojang will adopt it or not. So, right, we put in 6 Shulker Boxes over here. No matter what one we press, that will go in with the other things as well, and that Shulker Box will get delivered to the player. The only question here really is if I could put it a little bit closer so it gets there faster, but not without mangling more redstone. And considering it's all close by, I think I'll accept that that is going to be good enough. It's going to be good enough. So what goes in these? Do you know what I didn't do? I didn't add bows. I could put bows and arrows in them as well, right? But here's what we're going to do. Oh, I should rename these. I should totally rename these. I can grab a sword, can't I? Yes. And then we need an anvil, which means we need our work blocks. And there we go. Right, we've got a noise in the ear from C. Wilker03 with cheers and bits, saying, hey X, I've only been watching since the start of this season, but you've helped me more than you could know. This year has been rough, but your videos are always something to look forward to. Thank you for the lovely message, dude. I'm glad I've been of help in any way. And I appreciate your cheers and bits. It's been a rough year for many of us. You are not alone in this year being a crazy one, right? But thank you so much for the cheers and bits, dude. Corn flakes are flaky. It's here with the cheers and bits. I cannot disagree. Those corn flakes are definitely flaky, aren't they? Appreciate it. Opening shulker from the inventory without placing them would be, in fact, a better way for the pouch to do what it does, says Gozil. Yeah, it would be better than the pouch. But it would be like it would be removing that little step of... Oh wait, actually it just has literally the same name. That step of like putting the shulker box down, picking the thing out, picking it back up. Like, it kind of makes sense just to streamline that, I guess. In a ways. Right, you know the shield that we got here? It almost looks like a heart. I've been thinking. It might have been better to have it with a heart. Hey, who's been logging on and off today? Kralis and Mumbo. And Stress. I've not been paying attention to chat in the slightest, have I? You know, anything could have happened in chat. Okay, so we'll put in the swords and the picks and the shields. One, two, three. I feel like I need to concentrate to not accidentally put in the wrong thing. I'm also noticing... No, wait, we're all good, we're all good. I thought I had one less thing than I needed then. Okay, so in those go, right? So that's all empty. What we'll probably do then is leave this over here and maybe put a secret entrance on the other side, right? Alright, in these three go now. So, pearl, rocket, food. Pearl, rocket, food. Now what I'm hoping here is that the nature of it being inside a shulker box means they'll think to return the shulker box and its contents. So hopefully we get some of this stuff back, because although it's super cheap and easy to get, it is going to be a bit of a grind. If this gets used a lot, I could end up, you know, spending a fair bit of time having to go and wrangle those things up over and over again. So I'm just hoping we can do it in a way where everything can get returned and we don't have to have as much maintenance for all of this. But there you go. So that was unbelievably simple. I kind of thought we'd be doing some complex redstone back here, but no, that's kind of it really. Originally I wasn't going to put it in a shulker box, right? And then someone mentioned it, and I thought, oh, you know what, shulker boxes are kind of cheap. We could also dye them as well. And so with the idea that we give it in a shulker box, this is all we need, one pulse. So I was going to set up like some complicated array of dispensing the items into the droppers, right? But then it'd take a while to give you all of those items. So it's probably going to give you like 8 pork chop, 8 rockets, 8 ender pearls, something like that. Now it just gives you a whole stack because it's inside a box. And it gives you the tools as well. Okay, so here's what we need to do next. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we're pretty much never going to have to stock those up again, right? So we'll put 2 in each. And take out the spectral arrows. Very good. Very good. It's a nice. Okay, we've got noises in the air from Francesca. 13579 for 3 months. And Silver Lycan Studios is here with cheers and bits saying, hey Suma, got any suggestions on electric guitars for peeps that have got small hands? I've been meaning to pick up a guitar, but having small hands makes it a struggle. I got a ukulele and that's it for now. Maybe look at like kids' guitars. I know that might sound a bit, you know, like toyish, if you like. But yeah, avoid toy guitars. But I'm sure they do guitars at smaller sizes, because there are some kids that are amazing on guitar, and you know they're going to be playing a proper guitar, right? So you should be able to find something that caters to smaller hands. Shouldn't be a trouble really. But it's not something I know much about. Thank you for the cheers and bits. We got Ghostkeeper1 here with a donation, saying hi. Thank you so much for the donation, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. So there's some suggestions in chats now. Chat is suggesting a lot of things about smaller guitars. Go to a store that sells guitars and just look. Yeah, I've been in a few guitar stores and I remember seeing some guitars that are generally designed to be a bit smaller. Sim says smaller guitar instruments tend to produce higher pitches. Yeah. Not good if you want a gent. There are child-sized guitars, says Violet Mez. I'd imagine so, because you know a lot of like the best guitarists kind of get into it when they're kids, really. All right, so the other thing we need is a secret entrance, and we're going to keep those resources on hand, but over here we're going to change this. Now, we're gonna take off the item frames. Let's do that first. We obviously want some symmetry in this area as well. I was just wondering if we could use the item frame through the barrel to have it so that we turn it, and that lets us in. And then we hide in a bit of redstone somewhere so we can kind of like nip in and nip back out again. It's testing time. Oh, I hope there's no spoilers. I hope there's no spoilers in here. Oh no! Oh, it's ruined. Oh, I'm gonna have to fly away from. Oh god, I've just ruined the next 5 episodes of Hermitcraft, haven't I? What an idiot. What an idiot. Y'all are not going to bother watching now. You're just... What's the point? You've seen it in the test world. It is genius. Yes, chat. It is a really good idea. Jaden says that was amazing. Yeah, I know. But... Oh, whatever. Whatever. You've seen it. It's been ruined. Whatever. Okay, what am I doing? Barrel. We're testing for a barrel. Can I see it again, please? Says Brain Boy. It might blow your mind if you see it twice. Is that good? Don't want to see it twice. That's just too much, you know. You can have too much of a good thing, peeps. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So that's not going to work. And I just had another idea, but then I realised that won't work either. Well, actually, I kind of just want to share my thinking a little bit. So if we have that, right, state goes up. But I think if you put this, then you'll get... Can't tell if that's doing anything. If not, it will still work. Check this out. So, if that doesn't work, we just put it here, right? So, any time that changes, that changes. I guess what we could do is just make it not a barrel, right? Okay, anyway, so we'll take that out, and we'll pull the redstone out the back, and then we'll have an observer thing. I mean, I can literally build it from this spot. We just need some redstone. So one of them, one of these, and one of those for now. Then we need a couple of item frames. Also, these are technically junk. Wow, we really filled those up. I mean, we've got this. We'll put this down. Have some more junk. Okay, so we now have to get a signal from this. We need like a stripped wood. I thought I had some in here. Spruce will do. Spruce, I would. Okay, so that's going to go here. This there. Spruce, a wood there. Excellent. It's not so subtle. Also, this isn't much of a secret entrance. This is just going to make someone go, why is that item frame there? Now, I could use the Totem of Undying as like the key. Right? Well, that's the other thing I was going to put in the box. I was going to speak to Impulse about it. See if we can get some totems chucked into those boxes. 18 characters says, a secret entrance? Why not a public one? So far, this is a respawn kidnapping whirlpool. True, but it gives me a reason to do the redstone, doesn't it? With the red and the stone, the secret and the entrance, all of that stuff. Now, what I'm looking for is something a bit more mysterious. I like the idea of this. Ooh, and then... Ooh, that looks cool. So then when we activate that, we're going to set off some redstone. Now, do we have enough space? Can I put the redstone here? I'm thinking there is enough room here for probably a double piston retractor. Which, you know, that's like basic redstone one. Wait there. Oh, I need a block. I need a block. No. Oh. Oh. The ocean is cruel. The ocean is unkind. And I think I can see that there's more of it over here. In fact, I think we're kind of in it. Ah! Oh! Why am I not learning this lesson? Okay, let's say we go as far as that for now, and hopefully I can squeeze some redstone into this place. Oh dear, oh dear. I feel like there's probably was a torch down here as well, right? Well, we know where everything goes. So we're going to put it all back. That's the point. This place probably needs like some better lighting up, that is for sure. And that should do it for now. Okay, so we need an observer here. And then that's going to activate our contraption. But I can't remember for the life of me how to do a double piston extender. We're going to have to go back to that redstone world, aren't we? Oh, where did I log out? Oh no, wait, we logged out on camera, so we're all good. Yeah. We're all good. Okay. We got noises in the ear. Alpen Glow Up is here for 5 months in a row. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the support. Perpetual Games is here with the cheers and the bits, saying top of the morning to you, laddie. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate your support. 240 people are saying in chat. 240. 240. I know what that means. I know why they're chanting that, but you got to remember it's too tall. Oh dear. Too tall redstone. Always a tricky one, that. Got to think about what the input type is as well. That input type always messing you up. 2, 4, 0 is what I'm told. That's an item frame. That's not redstone. Okay, we'll have a block for our testing needs. Oh, I was lied to. I was lied to. Now that is clearly 042. Who are these people saying 240? It's 042. Jeez. Jeez, don't know what you're doing. Oh, now it's 240. Now it's 240. I get it. Yeah, isn't there a way of doing this, though, where you have... I mean, this ain't going to work, right? But I seem to remember someone coming up with something like this at one point or another. Something that's super slick and compact. It's not going to be this. Yeah, almost works. Anyway, we've got something that works. We can spend all day trying to find something else. Now, how do we take that observer pulse and extend it? Just trying to think of the most compact way. Everyone's going to say hoverclock, I know it. T flip-flop, says Zach, MVR. That's an interesting idea. Why not? Why not just do a T flip-flop? Now, if I remember correctly... Wait, what am I thinking? I'm not thinking anything, that's the problem. Okay. Yeah, we could just do it with a T flip-flop. We can just do it with a T flip-flop. Okay. Now the thing is, this is going to end up being pretty ugly, because it's got to be on this side, right? Hang on, let's go look at it again. What does ODEA mean? I understood the numbers, like what is O off? DEA? ODEA? What is that? What is that even? Mumbo? What's Mumbo? M-U-M-B-O. Mumbo? What? What's that? First oh dear, now Mumbo. I'm getting confused. So we've got to look at it like that. Like, one block away, piston, and a gap and a piston, and then we start at the back. So, block, gap, block, gap, block. Something like that. Sorry, chat, what's going on? Oh dear? Mumbo? What? Huh? I'm confused. What's that? What's going on, huh? Can you tell me again in capital letters? I mean, I read messages that are not in capital letters, and it's very confusing when you don't write in capital letters. It's like reading gibberish. It's like reading gibberish. Okay, let's do this. So we got that. Pff, that's wrong. Okay. Sorry, chat. What? Store, shop, mumbo jumbo, words, capital letters. What? Huh? Can you tell me again? Can you tell me again? Again. 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 Forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever. Mumbo! Oh dear! Shop! Store! What does this all mean? Let's just do some redstone. Yeah, let's do redstone. Okay, we need some blocks. Okay, so... Yes, we're doing it correctly. Now, was it 0, 2, 4? I feel like the 4 would be in the middle, yeah. I think it was that way around. You know, let's test it and find out. It's kind of annoying because... Oh, no, wait. Is this going to work? I think, no, this is going to work, but it's going to look ugly is the problem. It's going to look ugly. And I should make sure I got a power source. I'm going to end up locking myself away from my redstone. Let's bring the box with us. Okay. We'll put that there. And we got a noise in the air. We got a drunken cow. Major's here for 5 months. T's not listening is subscribing. Kool-Aid1 is here with the Prime. And Sir Think 1 is here for 5 months saying, Dear God, I tuned out and came back to the eyes of Xisuma. Wait, is Mombo trying to OP himself? Okay, we need a power source. Oh yes, we do. So from out here, I was just wondering if we could make it look a little cleaner. Probably not. We could put a block there, so you see less in when you walk in. I mean, small detail. But we're going to walk right past this thing and over it. So I think all we really need to do now is kind of put the next bit. I think what we'll do is change this up a little bit. Yes, yes, I can see. I can see with my eyes. It all makes sense now. Let's do that so that this can be here. Then we can put a piston and a power source in place. We got a noise in the ear from the Hink. 4 months saying, X, have you seen the new David Attenborough documentary? I've not seen it yet, but it is on my list. I've got this new haunting thing to watch. Season 4 of Fargo comes out soon. I'm going to watch that at some point as well. And then I've got a couple of other things listed up as well, but it's on my list. It's on my list of things to watch. Right, that. Oh, it's this giant big slime down here. You filthy slime. You're trying to kill the hermits, aren't you? Well, glow. Get glowed and die. No, I don't want your slime balls. Oh, ow. Jeez, these fellas. They need teaching a lesson. Stop bouncing and being cute and adorable. Speaking of cute and adorable, how about that baby Yoda? Oh yeah, I know, I'm a year late. I'm a year late to that one. Oh, that's its default state. Ah, so we've got to change. I could have changed that from the outside, actually. So we put that there. Ah, no, it doesn't work! Because I'm going to be trapped. Right, can I do this? Oh, I got pushed out. Is he singing about a secret place? Why does that not work? Oh, yeah, I can't push it forward by one. That's a trick that works with storage, but not with this. Okay, we can still make it work, I think. I need to put the thing there. Okay, is he singing about the secret place? Because we're making a secret place. Quantum Night Owl says Hiding a Blind Manor is so good. Just finished it. I'm glad you say it's good. I'm in the 4th episode. It feels like, you know, the character development's been a little bit slow. I seem to remember the last one just being so much like quicker to get like to the good stuff, but I can make this work still. I can make this work. I know how now. Anyway, we talked about all that earlier on. I'm just it's been a bit of a slow take up for me, but you know, they did such a cracking job last time. I'm hoping they can do it again. Right, let's do that and that. Okay, so it's in the correct position right now. Mr. Pigman, don't even think about it. Just wondering, like, what can it accidentally activate around here? Look, I'm trying to test that. That's right, wander off. So I can go in here. Oh, I'm doing my work. I'm doing my business. I'm fixing the respawn room. The respawn stuff is fixed. La-di-da-di-da. Secret entrance closes. And no one's ever going to look at that and go, why is that there? And then click on it. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. Raindrop says, I'm still trying to figure out what all this mumbo jumbo is about. I know, right? Why does everyone keep saying mumbo jumbo? Just talking a load of mumbo jumbo all the time. That's all I see. Just a bunch of mumbo jumbo in the chat. Right, what we got going on in the noises in my ear? K-Dads is here. For 34 months, love the respawn idea. Keep it up. Thank you. We got Perpetual Gamers here with the cheers and bits saying, X, please use sand or gravel to make sure the water doesn't flood the redstone. Why would I use sand or gravel? I feel like I don't understand what you're on about there, but we don't have to worry about it now. It's all done. When it gets flooded, I can just go in there and fix it, you know. Not too bad, is it? Push the pig into the arm station. Oh, the piglin, you mean? Thank you for the cheers and bits. Corn Flakes are flakier here with cheers and bits. Saying, Hex, do you know what would be cool? A beacon pointing through the whirlpool hole. I thought that would be cool too. Unfortunately, the magma block here is pretty essential and it would actually break the beam, right? I'm pretty sure magma blocks break beams. What we do need is lights up there. I've been thinking that. This thing misses some lights. Let's get... Let's get some glass, some dye, glass, dye, and sea lanterns, which we have plenty of. Sea pickles. I'm going to go with the sea lantern. We could use those. I mean a few too many blocks to place. But we're going to get some blue dye here. Is blue the best colour, actually? Maybe cyan. Maybe cyan. Dude! Right, let's take 8 of those to begin with. And I think we've got all we need in our inventory. Let's eat a little bit of food as well. Sea lantern spiral. I didn't want to do a spiral as such. I wanted it to kind of match the pattern. I think what I'll do is put them... Here and here, right? I think that's stone back there. It kind of unfortunately breaks that pattern a bit, like in a strong way. I just wonder if there's a like, what if I put something? I think it would look better with something in the corners, actually. Yeah, let's go with something in the corners. Now that I'm here, I'm like, that's not so good. Oh, what? I could have swore I was mining the sea lantern. And I've got 3 of these blocks. Did I break one? I broke one there. Yeah, let's try again. I think, maybe... Let's put the dye away. And the glass. And the lights. Now, lanterns, or possibly actually end rods. I think maybe some end rods would look cool. We're going to need some more sandstone peeps. And I should at least have a little stash. I don't think I actually do. I don't have a little stash. But I got that, and we'll use that. Sand is actually something I'm going to need more of, right? I just reminded myself of something else I wanted to do, which was to do like a restock. Okay, and then that becomes that, and that is probably enough for our needs, actually. You have to use a rocket to get out of here. Like, the water stream ain't good for you because it sucks you down, you know? Let's go to this spot here. Take out those 2, right? Now we can see what we're doing. Oh man, that song, just as soon as it kicks in, it reminds me of like the start of many live streams, because usually it's the first song on the playlist. That's probably going to be enough to light this thing up. Kind of looks like, to me, like it would be better with terracotta back there. Let's get some light blue terracotta. I thought that would look good, but actually no. So, light blue terracotta. I know I've got a terracotta chest. And I should have some light blue dye. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, craft it first. Craft it. All of it. Yep, there we go. This song is amazing, says Yodi. Isn't it just? I'm glad we put on some meringue today. And we got Anonymous here, gifting a sub to BG Monster X1 fan for 10 months. Anonymous, thank you so much for doing that. It is appreciated. Thank you for supporting our community. Also, I just realised I've got a beacon over there that I can take down. I like the way the water doesn't flow into this spot. Oh, I actually got that off by one, didn't I? Sweet. Okay. Ah! Yeah, that's correct. Ooh. You know, I was going to go get the beacon back. I was thinking about that. There's a beacon there that's mine. Might as well just take it now. Oh, gravel. Oh, gravel. What have you done? Okay, so these go there. A little bit of lighting. It's quite important, really, because it was all dark and gloomy in here. And there you go. Are you gonna buy the new RTX 390 or 380? Says Dutiful. I probably butchered your name. Nah, I ain't gonna bother. If they want to give me one, sure, I'll take it. But I think I'm getting to that point where my eyes don't know the difference. Okay, let's see. Gotta sort all the things back in here, really. Well, that's, I guess our gravel can go in there. Should really have some... Actually, I'm going to throw that anvil away because it's chipped now. That means it's useless and you can't use it for absolutely anything. And don't tell me otherwise. I'm going to throw that away and then put the ladders in there. I'm just going to leave some junk over to the side here. So, do we have anything to pick up? I mean, he got moves! He got moves! I don't think I left anything around here, did I? So, everything in my inventory is everything that needs to be sorted away. That means that goes in there, and then start picking these things up. Right, I believe these are all the things that go in the first bunch of slots. Sweet, then we get these. Dyes go up there. Lights. Lights, camera, action. All good, right? All good. I've got an ender chest here. Cool, we've got a bunch of junk blocks to take with us. So, I feel like I'm holding a thought in my head. Like, I'm going to go do this thing, but I've forgotten what it was. Oh, I loves it. You keep being you, buddy. You keep being you. So these are going to go back to my base for sorting out. And then I guess we'll go get some sand. Oh, that was it. Oh, I remember what we... No, we're not going to go get sand. I remember what we're going to do now. We can actually go do it straight away. Oh, stream torch. What should the stream torch be today? We have 20 minutes to figure out a stream torch. Right, I need a book. And I can make one in here. With these 3 items. And that is why they're there together. A spectral arrow. A bucket of lava. To keep it... We try... Should we do a book again? I don't know. Yeah, let's do a book again. Hermitcraft stream journal. Let's call it stream day journal. It's not going to let me put it in. Oh, it is. Okay, that's great. Hermitcraft, stream day journal, 11:12. I was going to put something cryptic here, but I don't think it will really work. Like, I wanted to say, do you want to know what I did? Well, you're going to have to kill yourself after you destroyed your bed. I think we could do that, couldn't we? I think this works. Destroy yourself? Destroy your bed. Let's put a little bit more decoration here. What have I been up to? Well, destroy your bed and kill yourself to fidden out. Oh, I love fidding out things. Jeez. Oh. I hope I fidden out what's going on later today. Mr. Energy is here subscribing. Toko Anti is here for 5 months. Thank you so much. Appreciated. Appreciated. Right, who thinks that's going to work? I think that'll do. Someone might take it up. In fact, you lot, okay? You lot just love the spamming, didn't you? Oh, Mumbo, Jumbo, dear, Grian, Mumbo, Jumbo, dear, Grian. Oh, it never ends. It never ends. Right? Okay. Tell them to do what's in the book. That's what you can spam in the next part of the stream and the rest of the day. Forget oh dear. Forget Mumbo Jumbo. Forget Grian. Forget Iskal Man. All right. Tell them. They got to destroy their bed and kill themselves. Okay? If you're gonna spam something, let it be that. There we go. Also, I need... Why is there an... Who put that anvil there? The mystery of the anvil. We'll never learn who put it there. Okay. I need a book. That was a distraction. Minor distraction. So, peeps, what are you spamming? What are you spamming on XB's and everyone else's stream forever and a day? Destroy and kill. Got it. Do what's in that book. No, don't spam, oh dear. Oh, I can't teach you anything, can I? I can't teach you anything. Well, this is why we can't have fun, peeps. Then again, we've been having fun all stream. Maybe we can. Okay, we need 6 grey, 6 light grey, and 6 white. Earl Grey tea. I can't do a tab on that. Currently 0. Why have I not thought of doing this before? It's because I always go to use like outside of Minecraft tools, like a notepad, right? But this in a way makes it a little more immersive. This is the sort of thing Cubfan does. I'm learning from Cubfan and Efo. They're the sorts of players that would do that. Okay, so brown, 3 red, 1 orange. I think that was. All of a sudden, I'm not paying attention to the task I'm doing. Brown, red. I think red was 3. And orange was 1. Right, we got an anonymous gifted a sub to Fidden. Is Fidden a real person who's watching? If so, please type something in chat. Also, oh my goodness me, the pressure's on. I'm sweating a little bit. 5,100 peeps have tuned in for some Hermitcraft, peeps. Be sure to hit that follow button. Okay, now don't hit it with your fist. That's not what I meant. Click on it. Click that follow button. Why doesn't anyone ever tell you to click on something? It's a conspiracy. They're trying to get you to break monitors. Okay, it's the monitor industry. They're the ones telling you to hit that like button, aren't they? They just want you to break your screen and buy another one. Oh, disgusting. Was it? Oh, don't sign it. Was it one? No, it was free. I wasn't paying attention. Pink, magenta, pink, magenta, purple. Pink, magenta, purple. Ugh, the typing. The thing is, I can use this book over and over again once I've written out all the different colours that we supply, right? I like the way... Actually, I'm going to do something here. Yes. Yes. Yes, this is glorious. And I know it'll annoy some people, which makes it even better. Oh, okay, right. Blue. Light blue. AKA L blue. Cyan needs 6. Lazy cyan. Oh no, they don't all fit on one page. That's disturbing. It's like the derpiest way. Oh, they were 6, weren't they? It's like the derpiest thing ever. Okay, so we need 2 more. Green. Oh, diamonds! Oh, diamonds! 3 lime, 4 green. Three lime, 4 green, I think I said. You thought I was going to turn a page! I'm smarter than that. That is a thing of beauty right there. That is a thing of beauty. Oh, people in chat hate it. They hate it. Well. Well. We got Crazy Trev. Jeez, Trev. So crazy. With a Prime subscription. And Perpetual Games is here subscribing. Also, Crazy Trev is being crazy and gifting a sub to Gunday Man. Thank you for supporting our community. Appreciate it. I'm always going to need the glowstone, right? I need to stock that up. So... let's see, chest plus... I mean, I don't have that much at the witch farm. I'm just going to put it here in case I get the time, right? Don't forget, you sell glowstone. To be fair, I don't really ever sell any of it. I feel like no one knows it's here. I'm going to do something about that. So, what are we looking at? 6, 12, 24 yellow. Hello. This is such a great idea. 6. That's all we want. Orange. When do we want it? Sometime in the future. There we go. There we go. Break bed die, says Racin. Yes, that's what should be said. Break bed die. Break bed die. Break bed die. Come on, everyone can chant that in chat. Okay? Okay, when it's XP streaming, you gotta spam break bed die. Break bed die. There you go, look, that's it. Capital letters as well, you're learning. Y'all are learning. Break bed die. Yes. Yes. That's me trying to do an evil laugh. I can't do an evil laugh, but I can do an evil voice. Do you want to hear me do an evil voice? It's not Evil X's voice. It's another voice. I wonder if I can say break the bed die in this voice.
Break that.
No, I can't.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
There's my evil voice, okay. 2 for cyan. Add in those there. 1 for blue. What you gonna do? Break. Bread die by. Bread die by. It's slowly changing. Break bed die. That's great. It's a new meme. Today a new meme was born on the server. And it went by the name of Break Bed Die. Oh, I can't even say it. Bake bed die. Bake bread by. Bake bread by. Break bed by. I can't even say it properly. Bake bread buy. Buy that baked bread. Okay, 7 lime. Okay, 10. Buy as in B-U-Y. Like break, bed. Braked bed. But oh, I put the R in the wrong word. Baked bed. Baked bread buy. Braked bed buy. Okay, 6 for red. Red is earning some points, but yellow is in the lead. Who's been using up the yellow clay? Who's got loads of that in their build, you know? So let's have a look. Right, that's 5, and then that's 4. So 4, 8, 12, 17. 17 plus 24 is 41. We need 47. Now that one I'll probably do more of because it gets used so much. Plus I'm thinking of doing a build again. I think I'm building another tower. I got some ideas rumbling around for towers and stuff again, but yeah, I don't know what it's going to end up looking like. So what is that? 18 right there for the light grey. Oh, got to delete one there. Right, we got Madder Guy here for 34 months saying, thanks for the great stream, X. Hope you enjoyed it, dude. We got Anonymous gifting a sub to Firecracker. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I love your poetry. That joke never gets old. Okay, so that's 8 lots of black. And 2, so 10 for black. Just put 1. I've just put 1 instead of 10. Did we do purple? Purple nurple? I think we did. Anyway, it doesn't need anything. That's convenient for me. Brown doesn't need anything. Magenta is 1. And pink is none. Magenta or 1. Now, something we could do right now is break that. Woo. Okay, B-Rallis diamonds, there you go, and those are mine. Do we got any of the stuff? It looks like we got a bit of it actually. So blue, light blue, we wanted 1. Yes, this is good. Magenta wants 1. Green is 4. Magenta, that's purple. Here we go, magenta, green, we got 2. So what we got? That. Green was down by 2, so that's there. Probably could do with a shulker box specifically for this stuff. Because the inventory's going to get a bit cramped here. So we've done those ones. Okay, don't let me get any of these wrong, peeps. Orange wants 7, red is 9. We've got 1 orange here. I might as well just make the next bunch and put them in. So anything with 1, like green 2, yeah, I think I'm probably, unless we've got 6 stacks of grey, I'm just going to make them and bring them over here. Got a little bit of grey. And I could perhaps put in this because it's popular, so let's reduce white. Actually, I'm not going to reduce white concrete by 5. I'll just put that in, and that'll do. Right, so we didn't need that, after all. Let's go stock up. Green over here. Didn't I change lime? We actually don't have lime in here. $10. No, I didn't change it. One of the problems when you try and make just a single stack of this stuff is that some of it gets caught up in the machine. So I generally make more than what's here anyway. Okay, so someone brought from inside but not from the outside on both of those. And on magenta. Wow. We got Madden Chan here for 11 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We got Intra, Crostine. Here are the cheers and the bits. And Antonio. 4230 is here for 28 months. Have you ever wondered how many hours you spent on Minecraft? Well, I know it's astronomical, but honestly, I'd love to see that statistic. It'd blow my mind. It'd be so fascinating, but, you know, I would never be able to know. Also, the one, the only, XB Crafted, who's up next in the livestream day, gifting 5 subs to Timmy C, Bemi Wafu, Lostaria99, Orphan Drag, and Kathy Haddy. XB, thanks so much, dude. Appreciate your support in the community over here. They're going to be coming over to you in a minute. This is a Hermitcraft livestream day. If only there was a Patreon-only mode for chats as well. I think you'd find that would be a bit difficult, because Patreon's a different website, right? Oh, we're in sub-only mode in chat. That's not quite like... Patreon only though, is it? Well, it's all similar. I don't know. Ferocious Invictor is here with the cheers and the bits, saying, think 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. I mean, bake bread buy, or is it buy break bread? Break bread, no, break bed die. Phew, got there eventually. I probably butchered the R's and the lack of R's, but thank you for the cheers and the bits. Remember Pete's, break bed die. Break bed die. Break bed die. Okay, I think you get the point. I think you get the point. I think the point has been gotten, is what I'm trying to say. Is XB on yet? XB is on the server. We're turning it into a song. Hey XB, I mean XB, was he watching? He was gifted subs. Wing Falcon's here for 2 months. Thanks X for the great content. It's obvious how much work goes into all of it. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I do put a ton of time and effort into this. But I love it. It is fun. There he is! Woohoo! Last time he was here, he had a chicken. Wait a minute. Did you die? He's not got a chicken on his head. He did indeed die. Well, that's why he no longer has a chicken on his head. Oh, almost gave him the wrong thing. Boom! There we go. So XP Crafted is next today, my friends. In the livestream day, you can go to livestream.hermitcraft.com to get the schedule and all of that stuff. Peeps, be sure to hit the follow button over here on Twitch before you hit the raid button. I'm setting up the raid right now, so don't go anywhere. But a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, your support is appreciated. Thank you to all of my patrons. This will be uploaded to my live stream channel, and I will see you all soon. So hit that raid button. Take care. Bye-bye.